The first question is about Biennale and your impressions about it.
Well, it's a very positive impression. I've seen just this floor downstairs to begin with, and that's taken me a good hour and a half, and I've been very impressed by what I've seen. Obviously, this part is more international, and I understand upstairs is more focused on Ukrainian artists, so I'm looking forward to seeing that next. I think probably the installation for me that stands out is the one by Sung Dong, which is amazing. I think that's really fantastic. So that was a highlight for me. But there's many other works that I've been impressed by, so including the works directly behind me, and Philip Barlow's works a bit more behind me. In fact, this first long gallery is very beautiful, so I think they've done a great job.
Can you comment the theme of the Biennale, which was the best time, the worst of times, the best of times?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's an interesting theme precisely because there's this paradox between the idea of apocalypse and maybe salvation, so that feeds through the works in interesting ways. Obviously, some of them are more relate to that theme more explicitly, so Tracy Moffat's film, for example, which is this montage of Hollywood films about various possible endings to the world, or the Chapmans, you know, that's a fairly apocalyptic tableau, and then other works take a slightly more elliptical approach, but it's good to have a range of different voices.
What do you think about giving titles and themes to the Biennale in general? Isn't it too difficult probably to put all different works on under the one roof? So give them like one theme. What can you say about it?
It can be pretty tricky to have one overarching title or theme for a large group show, whether it's a Biennale or even a museum group show. I mean, obviously, sometimes it's necessary for the point of clarity or understanding. It perhaps runs the risk of oversimplifying things somewhat, but I think you do have to have some kind of clarifying statement, whether it's a title or a theme. I think it's useful to bring things together under some rubric.
You say that you discovered a few Ukrainian artists, and in your opinion, is Biennale a way of discovering local artists? I mean, not particularly this one, but Biennale in general.
Yeah, I think absolutely, and that's one reason why you might get on a plane to go somewhere, not just that you, I mean, as nice as it is to see Louise Bourgeois' cells, which look beautiful here, Philip de Barlow's work, which I already know very well. The real reason I came was to get a sense of both Kiev as a city and to hopefully discover some good artists, either from this city or from the Ukraine or even further afield, but you come to discover something.
A few words about Kiev, as I know you did the tour.
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit so far. It's beautiful. It's a really wonderful city, and it's been wonderful to see not just the classic sites and the wonderful churches and monasteries, but also you know, seeing a contemporary art scene emerging is very exciting.
And what was your expectations when you were coming here? I mean, about the Biennale, about the city, about the country in general?
I try not to have expectations. I think it's good to go places with an open mind. I mean, of course, you always have a rough sense of where you're going and you've heard what other people have said about it. But I generally try to travel with a fairly open mind, because usually places or biennales or the people that live there don't fit your preconceptions. So, but I have to say, Kiev and the Biennale has exceeded my expectations and hopes.